So it's finally happened. Lonzo Ball is finally free. No longer in New Orleans. Lonzo Ball is a Chicago Bull. No more Lonzo standing in the corner waiting for a three. No more Lonzo seeing Zion run the point guard or Brandon Ingram or some random person off the bench, right? Lonzo's finally free to play his game and how it should be played. Running fast. Lonzo's not a ball dominant guard, so it's just crazy that Lonzo's been shackled this whole time in New Orleans. I always said this, Alvin Gentry would have still been the head coach if he just trusted Lonzo with the offense sooner, if he gave him the keys sooner. But it is what it is. I just don't get the New Orleans Pelicans. I honestly don't get it, right? Lonzo was literally the best point guard for New Orleans. You have a past first point guard, right? You know Brandon Ingram is ball dominant. He's gonna dribble, right? Get to a sweet spot in the mid-range, take his man off the dribble, and take a shot, right? Cool. Zion is dominant in the post. You give him the ball in the post, he's more than likely gonna score, right? You have a pass first point guard. Lonzo doesn't want to shoot the ball 20 times. He's going to get other people involved and move the ball around. Don't in the modern NBA, don't we preach ball movement? Lonzo's not a ball hog. He's literally the best person, the best point guard to put on a team, which is why his market in the free agency was so big. Mad teams wanted Lonzo because, again, who wouldn't want a pass first point guard, not a ball hog that gets his other teammates involved and moves the ball? Why wouldn't you want a Lonzo? So it's crazy how David Griffin doesn't see Lonzo. He's literally the best point. Forget he's a pass first point guard. He has a great chemistry and repertoire with Zion, with Brandon Ingram, two of your franchise pillars, right? Both of them have been all-stars. Your best players love Lonzo, and yet you let him walk. He's literally the best point guard. That I like the signing that they got with Devontae Graham. Great signing because you need a shooter. But in terms of a point guard, you're not gonna get. You can maybe get a Dennis Schroeder or somebody that's more so a traditional point guard, but it's not gonna be a good fit. Lonzo was literally the best fit for New Orleans, but time will tell. Another thing too, Lonzo still isn't in his final form. I keep telling people this. I keep trying to argue with the haters, but Lonzo still not in his final form. Every year in the league, he's gotten progressively better. He changed his shot. He's shooting 38% from three. Easily could be 40%, and he's shooting at least 8 threes a game. You see what I mean? He's improved there. Before, Lonzo used to be a 48% free throw shooter. Now Lonzo's shooting 78, 80% from the free throw line. He's making steps in his game. He's progressed on. Oh, Lonzo can't shoot. All right, he worked on that. Oh, Lonzo is a horrible free throw shooter. He worked on that, right? So all of his weaknesses in his game, he's progressively attacked, right? He still has a few more weaknesses. Lonzo's not the perfect player, but he's a very hard working person. Lonzo's not lazy. He's not content. He's worked hard on his game. He knows what he got to address and what he's got to fix, and he's been working at it. So again, Lonzo is not in his final form. When I say Lonzo has MVP potential, when I say Lonzo could be a multiple time all-star, right? You're finally seeing it. Lonzo progresses each year in the league. People forget all the Lonzo haters and Lonzo's overrated and this and that and that and that, right? You know Lonzo's only 23, right? Some players take a long time to develop. All the players that you guys, not everyone can be like a Trae Young or a Luka Doncic or a Donovan Mitchell, where as soon as they're in the league, they're in the star. Look at Brandon Ingram, for instance, right? He didn't start to really blossom until year 4, right? You could look at all your other favorite point guards that are like Hall of Famers, like Jason Kidd, or shoot, even Kyle Lowry or whatever. When they were Lonzo's age, they were non-factors. They didn't make it to the All-Star team. They were still growing and developing. Lonzo's still in that trajectory. So for the Pelicans to just give up on Lonzo that quickly is like, he's 23 and you're seeing the progress. He develops year after year after year. Why wouldn't you keep him? Why would you let a talent walk away like that? I don't know. I made a video not too long ago comparing the New Orleans Pelicans to the OKC Thunder when they had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. You had 3 MVP level guys and you did nothing with them. So for you to have this young core, this excellent young core, and letting Lonzo walk for a second round pick and 2 veteran role players, horrible move. The New Orleans Pelicans are going to regret letting Lonzo walk. They're going to regret it. And I can see David Griffin getting fired in the near future. Maybe before Zion hits free agency, but there's just been too many gaffes. Way too many gaffes. And again, the next point will be Lonzo will finally become an all-star in the Eastern Conference. Let me say that again. Finally become an all-star in the Eastern Conference. Now, it'll either be, in my predictions, either this year or he'll make most improved this year. It's either most improved this year or all-star this year, or shoot, it wouldn't surprise me if both. You want to know why? The Western Conference just has too many guards. Like between Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, like the list goes on. Like the Western Conference is literally loaded at the point guard position. So Lonzo being in the Western Conference and making an all-star team is slim to none. Like it's just too loaded there and at that point guard position. But in the Eastern Conference, he has a huge shot, a huge chance to make an all-star team because he already has the name recognition. He has the popularity. And if Lonzo makes the leaps and bounds that I believe he will make in this game, because again, this isn't me being a Lonzo supporter or a Lonzo fan. You can look at the statistics. He's getting better each season, whether that's shooting, whether that's free throw percentage. Lonzo's gotten better. Whether Lonzo stays injured, he can't be healthy for. Last season was Lonzo's healthiest season. I think he only missed maybe less than 10 games. I forget, but he's breaking down the issues that people like complain about, and then he's progressively getting better. And if he makes the leaps and bounds that I feel like he will make, you're gonna see Lonzo either most improved or all-star, or maybe both. Again, Lonzo's a hard-working guy. Like he's not content at the position he is. He knows he can get better, and he's gotten better and continues to get better. So watch out for Lonzo in the Eastern Conference of all-star. I believe it. Now, even though Lonzo has made it to the Bulls, he's finally a Chicago Bull. The Bulls are still a few pieces from being a serious threat. Now, what do I mean by that? At the guard position, shooting guard, point guard, they're loaded. They got at least 7-8 players in that one position. What they need is wings, forwards, and a center. They got a Vooch, but they need a backup center, and they need a backup power forward or small forward. They need a little bit more shooting, and they need a little bit more defense. Initially, I was a little taken back by the Alex Caruso signing, because again, at this point, Alex Caruso is a little bit of a meme, right? But you're getting a veteranship, you're getting a little bit of shooting, and you're getting defense and hustle. So Alex Caruso coming off the bench, maybe starting lineup here and there, is a great signing, especially for the price that they were able to get Alex Caruso, right? But they still need a wing, and they still need a center. You need a solid power forward and a solid a center to back up Vooch so far, right? Now they're saying DeMar DeRozan is in talks, right? Hey, I would love it, but we still need a capable center and a capable power forward. So the Bulls are not quite, I could see them in the playoffs, but in terms of like a serious threat for like a championship, no, not quite yet. They're not too far off though. A few pivotal signings and you could see the Bulls being contenders. Maybe not this year, but the future looks very, very bright. And again, right, what's held Lonzo back so far is not being in the right situation, not really getting the keys. You're not going to see the best out of Lonzo if he knows that he's relegated to being a role player. And for the last 3-ish years, he's been a role player essentially. He's been forced to stand in the corner, watch everyone else try to control the offense. He's been turned into a spot up shooter. Like he's essentially been a role player, and you haven't seen the best out of Lonzo. Lonzo's assists have been sacrificed because of Point Zion. Lonzo's scoring also hasn't seen he could be a way better scorer, way better facilitator, but he's been relegated to being a role player. He hasn't been empowered by the coach. He hasn't been empowered by the team. And I feel like at the Chicago Bulls with Billy Donovan, he usually gets the best out of whatever point guard he has. Lonzo will have free reign to run the offense how he wants to. Now, it'll always be Zach LaVine's team, but it'll be Lonzo controlling the offense, getting people involved, and you're going to see Lonzo really play his game, and you're going to see the best out of Lonzo. The way you guys are hyping LaMelo, that same luster is going to go back into Lonzo. A lot of people kind of wrote Lonzo off. This might be low-key a breakout year for Lonzo. You might see Lonzo finally put it all together, right? So only time will tell. But it's your boy For All to Envy. You guys agree with me, disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. It's your boy For All to Envy. Guys, I'm out.